Almas. Almas is one of our successful graduates from a test prep school. Hi, Almas. Thank you for joining for this call today. And would you mind to talk a little bit about yourself, about your background, and what you did before you actually came to the test prep bootcamp?
Yes. Hi, guys. My name is Almas. I'm originally from Kazakhstan. I moved to the United States in 2004. I lived in Virginia when I came first for about 15 years. My background is actually in economics. I worked in a business development field for over 5 years. And I came to a realization that I want to switch careers. And I decided to move to Los Angeles. And I wanted a career in IT. And I did a lot of research. When I came to LA, I found Test Pro, which I highly recommend. And this school allowed me to find a job, my dream job. And recently, in March 2020, I started my new job as a QA engineer.
Cool. And how did you know about Test Pro?
So I found this Test Pro bootcamp through online research. I saw a Facebook group chat where they mentioned Test Pro, and I decided to take a look. I looked at the website. I checked out what technology stacks you guys use, and the tools that you guys use are the latest and the greatest. So I found out that the first week was free, so I decided to give it a try, and here I am.
Nice. Cool. And I remember earlier you mentioned that you actually studied in another bootcamp when you was in Virginia. It was like more coding bootcamp, right?
Yeah.
Where you learn how to become a developer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So I've joined the bootcamp in Virginia, and I learned basic coding for like Java, Python, and so my goal was to become a front-end developer at first, but I quickly realized that it takes a lot of work because I was working full-time and trying to do the bootcamp. It was really difficult, and I found myself running out of time and being behind trying to become a software developer. So I took that knowledge, I took that basic knowledge, and maybe I decided to try something else. So something else being becoming a quality assurance engineer.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. So what do you think, like, for people who doesn't have any tech IT experience, right? And if they also want to start their career in tech, do you think like considering like QA path and software engineering path, like do you think that QA path is kind of easier to get start to work because it's kind of like less knowledge required, right? Because you don't need to know how to code basically if you want to become like a manual QA, for example, right? But in a coding bootcamp, the program is very intense because if you want to become a developer, you need to know how to code, right? And the standards for developers are usually higher than for QA engineers. And for those people who wants to start their career in tech, right? The thing is, it will be like easier to start as a QA first. At least you will be on the field and you will start to work already. And then you can like transfer to the software engineering position, right? Within the company maybe. Or would you recommend like to start more like kind of hard way to go to the coding full-time, like study for 3-6 months and then look for like more software engineering job?
Yeah, Azat, I agree with you. If you want fast entrance to IT field, I think QA is where it's at. So you start as a manual QA tester, and the requirements are much lower than if you want to become a software developer right away. As a manual QA engineer, you don't need to focus as much on the technical side. You have time to focus only on QA aspect of IT. So understanding how to write test cases, bug reports, understanding how the agile environment works. So yeah, I agree with you that manual QA, I think, is the fastest way to get into IT.
Yep. Cool. Okay, let's talk about the learning process and test pro. I mean, yes, you kind of had some tech experience because you were studying on the coding school, right? But because you didn't have any technical experience, right, working in the tech company, was it hard for you to study in a test pro? Like, how was the learning process for you?
Yeah, because I had basic knowledge of coding, so I took QA automation. So in the automation course, it's like a level 2. Here you need some basic knowledge of how to code. Because I had some previous knowledge that actually helped me a lot to finish the QA automation bootcamp. And yeah, at first it was really difficult because everything was new. Everything. This was programming plus QA, so it was really difficult in the beginning. But as we progressed through, really got a hang of it, and learned a lot from that.
Cool. Okay. And how was your job search? Was it hard? What did they ask you on the interview? Can you share a little bit more details about that?
Yeah, so I set a concrete goals for myself. Like by end of this month, I will get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So that motivated me a lot. So I think I spend at least 8 hours a day preparing for interview, sending out resumes. Also, one fact, Test Pro prepared me really well for technical aspect of the interview. So during the interviews, I felt really confident answering those technical questions, related to Java object-oriented programming. So I think Test Pro spends quality time with one-on-one with all of their students and prepares them pretty well for the upcoming interviews. Yeah, so specifically on my interviews, it was I had two face-to-face interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was really stressful. It was my first face-to-face interview. My hands were shaking. I was scared. But what if I'm not going to get a job? What's going to happen? Yeah, I didn't get the first, but on the second face-to-face interview, I was really relaxed. I was being myself. I answered all the technical questions because Test Pro prepared me really well. I was just being myself, and really helped me to think the questions through and answer them perfectly. So yep. So I got the job, and it took me about 2.5 months to get a job offer after the Test Pro bootcamp.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in March of 2020, I started the job, and it's been about 5 months now. And yeah, I love my job so far.
Cool. And yes, that's actually was my next question, because I know you transitioned from business development career to the tech career, not because of the money, right? Because you kind of had very good like salary there as well. And it was more about the career in tech because you wanted to start your career in tech, and you liked it, and you saw more opportunities for it. Do you like your job now? Like, do you enjoying it? Like, did it satisfy your expectations?
As you said, I wasn't looking for financial reward. My main goal was to get job stability, especially during these times. Those things you got to think of. Job stability in IT is good. I mean, it's 100%. I mean, you're not going to be out of work and be thinking about what you're going to do, and especially being in a Los Angeles technology hub, there is a lot of opportunities in IT and a lot of things you can do. So yeah, I'm really grateful for TestPro for allowing me to realize my goals and my dreams.
Cool. And what you can recommend for those people who are actually hesitating, like should they go to TestPro or should they not? Just like your personal honest opinion.
Definitely try it out. First week is free. You don't have nothing to lose. I mean, see how you like it. Again, QA is a QA career. You can build your career as a QA. I don't think it's going away anywhere. It's only evolving every year. So as technology evolves, there is a lot of need for new talent, for new people. So you can be 100% sure you're not going to be out of work. So, but once you join QA TestPro, you have to put in the work. Definitely do not take it lightly. Don't fall behind because the classes go really fast, and you have to put in a lot of work and effort. So if you are ready to change your life and change your career, I think this is the right step.
Cool. Okay, Almas, my last question for today. So there's actually a lot of information, a lot of videos on YouTube about the QA, about the QA automation. And do you feel like, is it possible to learn everything by yourself, or is better go to the school or to the bootcamp where you can learn it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, there is a lot of information you can learn on your own, but it's gonna take you a while. It's a lot of information out there. To try to tie things together, it might take you a few years. But with the bootcamp classes are 2-3 months. So me as a life example, you can change your career within 5 to 6 months maximum. Those things are possible, and I definitely recommend TestPro.
Okay. Thank you so much, Almas, for warm words and for taking your time for the interview today. I want to wish you good luck on your career and eventually become, eventually to succeed in the tech field. And good luck to you. And thank you so much for joining. And yeah.
Thank you, Azat. Just want to thank TestPro for the things you're doing for the community, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. I hope this was helpful for everyone. Thank you.
Yep, I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put a link to sign up for our free week that's Almas mentioned in the description. So if you want to try it out, there's no obligation. It's completely free. Please click to the link below. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you, Almas. Thank you for watching, guys.